Hey guys, welcome to Warlord Weekly. We're back. I know it's been a long time, but we're here. We're going to be running videos for the foreseeable future. So I hope y'all are excited to be back. I know I am. So this first month back, pretty much our entire video focus is going to be on footwork, range control, and basically how to utilize your feet properly during a fight. So the first video I wanted to do, coming back, was just a quick video talking about some of the basics of footwork, all right? What we're going to go over today is just a simple advance step, a retreating step, and then going over proper mechanics for a lunge, all right? And that'll be it. All right, so when we're doing these steps, I know these are basic, but it is so important that we be doing these as perfectly as possible at all times, and it's something that we as a sport are generally fairly bad at. So let's talk about how we're going to do this. First, we're going to be doing this from a good stance, right? So knees bent, torso over the center of my body, as much as you can, especially in practice. Make sure you have a very balanced torso. I know in practical terms, a lot of us start to get a little bit of a lean. A little bit of lean's not the worst. I'd like you to practice it perfect, and then if there's a little bit of a lean here or there when you're fighting, you know, it's somewhat acceptable. But for practice stance, good, knees bent, shoulders back, chest up, and a very neutral stance, right? Now from here, we're going to talk about just a basic advancing step. In an advance, my front foot will go first. It's going to step out, heel to toe, heel to toe. My back foot is going to come up and replace. Notice I'm not dragging my back foot. I'm not doing this, all right? That's undue or that's unneeded friction, the chance to trip, many things. It's much quicker just to take and recover, okay? So once again, knees bent, very centered balance, heel to toe, step. Notice I'm also keeping my body very straight up and remaining in that balanced position. All right. Now then, we're going to go over the retreat real quick, and then we'll put some of them together. Now for the retreat, it's going to be the exact opposite. Always back foot first, and then coming back with our front foot into a good stance. Knees bent, once again staying straight up and very balanced through the step, okay? Now, what I would like y'all to do, all right, let's talk about some of the things that we want to look at, all right? Because I'm going to ask y'all to film yourself doing something in a moment, and let's talk about some of the things we're going to look at, all right? So one, notice when my back foot comes up, I'm always coming back to a normal stance, all right? One of the big mistakes that we often see is I step forward, and then I come like this, and I stand up. My feet are too close together. I start to lose balance, and I lose the ability to move in any way like I want to, all right? So one of the things we're going to watch for as we're doing these steps is maintaining a good distance between our feet in between multiple steps, okay? The second big problem that we're going to watch for is we want to watch where our balance is at, okay? In a perfect world, if we're doing this just right, we're going to stay very stable and very centered over our feet, and our torso really shouldn't move much, right? Our torso should be very straight up and down the whole time, all right? Now, the way we're able to do that is by staying very balanced over our feet. A very common issue that is hard to feel, and is why I want you to take video of yourself, is that people will begin shifting their weight over whichever foot is not moving. So, if I'm going to step forward, I put my weight over my back a little bit, then I step forward with the weight over my front foot, recover, step forward, recover. All right, same thing going back. I would put my weight on my front foot to reach back foot to come forward, front foot to go back foot to come forward. This is what we want to avoid, all right? And you'll notice when people start doing this, and if you look around the field, you'll see lots of people do this, it's going to look something like this. All right? all right? That torso bob is us trying to put our weight over one foot so it's easier for us to pick up the other foot, all right? That's what we want to avoid. So, this is the video that I want you to take of yourselves. Throw up a phone, doesn't take any time at all right? All I want you to do is take 3 advancing steps slowly, all right? 1, 2, 3. Stop. 3 retreating steps slowly. All right? And once you've done that, then I want you to do 3 fast advanced steps and 3 fast retreat steps. So now we're going to go 1, 2, 3. All right? I want you to take that video and I want you to watch yourself. And I want you to see, are you keeping your knees bent? Are you keeping the space between your feet? So are you coming too close together? Are you keeping the space? And is your torso staying fairly immobile and centered in between your feet at all times? Or are you getting this bob? And you'll notice, if you are doing this bob, you're not going to be able to move your feet as well, right? And the reason is, I step forward, now I want to bring my back foot up. Well, I put my weight on my front foot. I can't take another step forward until I shift my weight back again to take this step forward. I now can't bring this foot up until I shift my weight so that I can bring this foot up. Same thing with the retreat, and the retreat is where it really hurts you, right? I'm going to retreat out of this shot, and now the person takes another step forward. How do I retreat again? I can't, because all of my weight is on this foot. I must shift to here before I can reach again. And that shift will get you killed, okay? So, that's my quick thing on just the basic advance and retreat. Now let's talk about a lunge, all right? The last thing, a lot of us do this, a lot of us make little mistakes on it, all right? So let's talk about, this is going to be a traditional lunge, all right? Let's talk about how we're going to do that, all right? Once again, coming out of good stance, knees bent, centered, chest up, all right? We are going to kick our front foot out, essentially, all right? So doing it slow-mo, I'm basically going to kick my foot straight out like this as I explode off of my left leg, all right? I'm going to let my foot skim fairly close to the ground, and then as my heel touches, I'm going to fall into the lunge, okay? So, I'm going to do it one time, a little bit at speed, and then we're going to talk about some pitfalls we want to avoid, okay? So, at speed, right here. All right? Just a standard lunge. Now, while I'm in this position, notice chest, once again, straight up. Here's a big thing a lot of us do wrong. And you know what? No matter how much you train it, at some point you're going to want to reach just a little bit farther, and you're going to end up doing it, and you're going to lose because of it. Or maybe you win. In practice, make sure you're avoiding it, all right? Make sure we're avoiding this in practice. Good. Up, chest up high, centered over my weight so that I'm in balance. Second thing, knee over the laces. Should not break here. At the point I'm breaking past my toe, I'm starting to put a bunch of stress on my knee and I'm losing balance, right? At this point, I have to push up, right? It's almost the same thing that I was talking about when you put too much weight walking forward, and then I have to put my weight back to take another step forward. It's the same thing here. Too much weight on this foot. I have to get my weight on this foot before I can step back. If I keep a balanced stance, all right, with this chest up from here, it's much easier to recover, okay? Second thing we're going to watch for, or third thing we're going to watch for, I want this foot to naturally hit the ground. I don't want to bring it down, stopping it early, okay? What I mean by that is going slow. I'm going to kick my foot out, and once again, just basically fall into the lunge. With the actual thing, it's going to be explosive, but for right now, we're going to do it slowly. Kicking out, falling into the lunge. Notice that my heel basically naturally hits the ground and I go into the lunge. What we don't want to do is stop our lunge short. The way that looks is going like this. All right? Now you'll notice, think it's pretty easy to see. If not, you can slow it down. What's happening is I'm kicking my foot out, but rather than trusting that I'm going to be okay, and I'm going to come to the right position, I'm bringing my foot back down on my own. So I'm kicking out and then bringing it in. And what this does is it almost always is going to make your knee go past your toe, so you're going to be out of bounds. It also shortens your lunge significantly. So it's one of those things that not only can you not get as far with your lunge, but your lunge is also just less balanced and all around worse off. So something we really want to avoid. So once again, lunge. All right, kick my foot out. Boom. And we throw. Coming down into this. All right. Now that's a pretty deep lunge. When people start, this is probably what I would like to see y'all doing. Just something like this. All right. Very basic lunge. All right. This isn't too deep. No issues. And once again, do a quick video of yourself. See where your chest is. See where your knees are. All right. It's the best way to learn. Once you've done that, I would like you to finish with doing this final thing in the video, just so you can see yourself and so you can know where you want to work. All right. All you're going to do is advance once, and then you're going to do a fast advance lunge. All right. So I'm going to advance lunge. All right. And then I'm going to recover. Something I also should be saying, when you lunge, you should always practice recovering backwards. More often than not, backwards is the best way to recover from a lunge. It's kind of an extreme movement. By recovering backwards, I mean this foot here. What we want to avoid is lunge and bringing this foot up too much. Often we bring this foot up as a bad habit, because what are we doing? We're going like this too far, and so this foot just comes here because if I got no weight on it anyway, I might as well bring it up, right? Doesn't give us a good retreat option, all right? There are times where we're going to want to recover forward. Let's practice recovering backwards, because it's more often the important thing. So, here, recover backwards. Now then, back to the video. And notice I straighten this leg out. So we're going to go advance lunge, and then I'm going to do retreat lunge. All right? We're just going to look at how our form is when we do this. Advance lunge, retreat lunge. All right? You'll notice I slipped there. It was because I put myself a little out of balance. All right? Tried to do it fast, and I made a little mistake. So we're going to slow it down just a hair. Retreat, lunge. Okay, that felt good. Let's go just a little bit faster now. Retreat, lunge. Okay? Not the worst. I'm going to look at it on video and see how I did. I challenge y'all to look at yourself on video. If you have any questions, you can even send me the video. I'll let you know what I think about your feet. All right? Excellent. It was probably a little longer than I wanted it to be, but I think it's a great intro into what we're going to be doing this month. We got some cool drills coming up. Yeah, I'm excited to be back. I hope y'all are excited to be back. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Have a great one.